What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're gonna be reviewing this bad boy right here, the Harbinger MLS 1000. For those of you who may not know, Harbinger is a US-based company controlled or operated by Guitar Center, and this is their house brand. So this speaker right here is a portable line array that has 5 audio inputs, stereo linking, which means you can pair 2 of them together, EQ on each channel, DSP settings, reverb and chorus effects, and all kinds of cool features. And the reason why I bought this today is because, number one, it went on sale for $499. Now, talk about a deal. I went into Guitar Center and I listened to these bad boys, and yeah, they may be small, but these things pack a punch. I used to own the Maui 5 Go, which was the battery-powered version of the column array from LD Systems. And I love LD Systems speakers. I love their column arrays. I love LD Systems ICOA series, which I will be having a review in the future for. But their Maui 5 Go, I found, was very lackluster. The Bluetooth on it would cut out after maybe 10 to 12 feet away from the speaker, and it really did not sound good. So if you're ready to check out this bad boy right here, stick around. If you haven't seen my other reviews on my channel, please check them out. I reviewed an EV speaker, I reviewed a ProRec speaker, and now I'm reviewing this. Subscribe to my channel for more reviews, as I will be reviewing many more speakers. I'll be taking them apart so you can see the insides. I'll be unboxing them so you can see the experience of getting them new. Tomorrow, I will be sound checking these so we can hear how good they sound. And let me tell you, I've already listened to them inside the store, and for a 10-inch subwoofer, these things pack a punch. One big reason I purchased this speaker is because at a wedding last Sunday, I used the eVerse 8 for my ceremony system, which I will be reviewing that speaker as well coming up. And I needed multiple inputs for microphones, and this has 5 inputs, where the EV only has 2. So this, along with a battery backup, will offer me way more channels to input microphones. And it was such a great deal. For $499, I don't think you can beat this. The original price on these is $699. Even at $700, I feel like this is a good value, but at $500, I just feel like I had to check it out. And I'm thinking about in the future getting another one and using 2 of these in my DJ setup for smaller events, like 100 people and less. So if you're ready to check these speakers out, let's unbox them. All right, guys, it's time to unbox these bad boys and see what we got. So this says box 2 of 2, so I guess we'll do that second. Box 1 of 2. So as I said, these are currently at Guitar Center for $499, which for a brand new column array, man, I mean, you're talking about like ProRec and like those cheaper brands. We're talking about those kinds of prices. So on top here, we got the manual, of course. We got a little IAC cable, looks like about 3 feet. Very short. Got some nice styrofoam, as always. Another great thing about this is these speakers actually come with covers or bags, which, like the LD Systems, they don't come with the bags, and man, are they expensive. RCF speakers don't come with the bags or cases, and man, they're expensive. So let's see, here on top, the speaker is actually in here with the back facing up. So we'll turn it like this, fold that down, and you can see the controls right here with the handle. Now, Another beautiful thing about this, lightweight. I believe this thing all together weighs like around 45 pounds, something like that. The sub is only like 30, 35. So, I mean, I could lift it up with one hand off the table. There we go. Got the nice Harbinger logo on the front there. So, let's see what she looks like when we undress her. There we are. Nice grill. Got the red logo on the front. Nice size subwoofer. You know, it almost gives me that home theater subwoofer vibe. Like a lot of subwoofers I've had with surround sound systems for my TV are normally around this size. That's my one downfall, I think, about this. When I saw it in the store, it does kind of look, it just looks small and like, I guess compared to the column arrays I'm used to, like the EV50, the Maui 44 G2s, those are huge column arrays. So this is definitely, you know, not as premium and as big as those. Obviously, it's $500. I mean, you could literally get like 8 of these for the price of one Maui 44 G2. So, I mean, you know, but these things pack a punch, man, like I told you in the store. So let's go ahead and get the top out. And guys, this video will be timestamped below. If you want to skip around, if you want to go straight to the sound test, or you want to go straight to the very end where I give my final thoughts, you can do that. If you don't really care about seeing somebody take it out of the box. But I do want you to stick around after the unboxing because, like I said, I'm going to take this front grill off so we can see on the inside of this speaker, see what it looks like. And I'll give you some close-ups of all the controls and everything like that. So, very nice bag here. Very nice. So we got a couple of columns. So this one is obviously the middle piece because it has the connectors in the middle, I mean on both ends. And the way this works is it just slides into place. So there we go. That's the first one. And here is the second one. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this on the floor and then you can see basically how tall this is. I am 6 foot, maybe 5'11" and a half. So with this on the ground, there we go, snapped into place. So, like I said, I'm about 6 foot, 5'11" and a half. So you can see how tall it is. It's about 6'4", maybe 6'5", something like that. Fully assembled. And it's a nice looking speaker. I mean, I have to admit, I'm gonna take these stickers off. And then, like I said, I'm gonna take these grills off so you can actually see the speakers inside of here. So there you have it, guys. That's everything in the box. Cable, manual, speakers, covers. $499. Now you tell me, do you think that's a good deal or not? All right, guys, so here you go. Here it is all taken apart, taking the grills off of all the speakers. As you can see, the grills here are super nice quality. I mean, for a $499 speaker, I mean, I've said it again on the ProReg video and said it on this one as well. This stuff is really nice, really high quality. Here's your subwoofer, got your air ports, nice little 10-inch subwoofer. Doesn't look like anything, you know, too cheap or special. I mean, it looks just fine. Have your light here for limiting, I believe. This is your middle column. Of course, this is empty. It just has wires running through it from here to the top to, you know, put the signal up to the top speakers. And then this is your top column. And look how these are positioned. This is really cool how they're angled different directions, and they're angled different up and down, whatever that's called. I sound like an idiot right now. But yeah, anyways, they're angled all those different directions for more coverage. So you have vertical and horizontal coverage. And I don't remember exactly what the coverage is. You can Google it and look up all the specs, but I just thought that was really cool looking. All right, and of course, here's the back of the subwoofer. That's where you plug it in. The IAC, you got your power on off switch here, and you got your inputs. So you got your XLR input 1, input 2, which you can do at mic, guitar, or line input on each one. And then you have your input 3, which are a 1/4 inch. Left is mono and right. Then you have your input 4, which is a stereo input with a 1/8 inch jack. You have a direct out, a link out, and a link in. And then of course up here you have your EQs for each and every channel. So pretty awesome. And then also up here you have a button where you can switch from your voicing from standard to live band, dance, or speech. And then routing, normal, mono, stereo, master, or link in. And I believe if you do link in, I may be wrong, but if you do link in, whatever your settings are on your channels here, if you link 2 of them together, those settings will also carry to the additional speaker. But I could be wrong on that. So don't quote me. I'm not a professional. I'm just some DJ on YouTube trying to show you guys some cool stuff. So I hope you enjoyed that look inside the grills to see all the speakers and how they look on the inside. I'm gonna put this bad boy all back together, and tomorrow we're going outside to the backyard, maybe to the school parking lot, and we're gonna pump these things up, see how loud they get. And of course, we'll get my wife's opinion because she tells it like it is. So we'll get her opinion and we'll check it out, and I'll have my final thoughts. So see you tomorrow. So one very important test I wanted to do on this review is I wanted to test the Bluetooth range on this speaker. I previously had a LD Systems Maui 5 Go, and we used it at New Year's and at 4th of July and different events like that. And I have a pretty long driveway, and the speaker literally, when I got to the end of my driveway, would start cutting out on the Bluetooth. So it couldn't have been more than 15 or 20 feet on that speaker. And that's another reason why I got rid of that speaker. I returned it back to, I didn't return it. I traded it in at Guitar Center on the MLS 1000. So I'm hoping that this one has better range, but even if it's equal, I still give the edge to this speaker because the Maui 5 Go had an 8-inch subwoofer. This one has a 10-inch, and me and my son just cranked it up right here in my driveway, and he was like, "Oh, turn it down, Dad," because he was kind of, it was very, very loud. So this speaker kicks the Maui 5 Go's butt in sound quality and loudness. But again, you know, it's not really fair. That speaker is a battery-powered 8-inch sub, but this speaker is actually doing the same roles that that speaker was doing in my arsenal. So I want to test the Bluetooth. So let's do it. All right, so we got some royalty-free music playing, and we're gonna walk away from this speaker. The Bluetooth is actually playing from my son's phone, so let's see how far this thing can go. Come on. How good's that thing sound, son?
Pretty good.
Right?
Yeah.
That speaker is good. Sound like it might have cut out there for a second, but no. Well, we're already past where the Maui 5 Go could reach, so that's a good thing. And we have a clear line of sight to the speaker, and this was the same for the Maui 5 Go. We're out here popping fireworks, like I said, for New Year's. I should have got my sunglasses, or maybe it was 4th of July, I don't really remember, but the thing was cutting out. Let's get back in the shade. All right, so we're still recording royalty-free music. Pan to the speaker, show where it is. Okay, back. So we are coming down now because we want to see how far this thing will actually go. Let's see. I have neighbors coming out now, checking that out. Let's see. How's it sound way out here, son?
So good.
Right? Isn't it crazy?
Roar
It's still working.
Way better.
Good Lord. Oh Lord, I lost a shoe. All right. We're gonna go a little bit further and then we're stopping because this is too far. Okay, it's cutting out now. So turn and show the speaker. So we're literally halfway down the block and the Bluetooth is still working.
Whatever you're all doing is cool. The music is cool.
Yeah, we are testing the speaker. I'm a DJ, so we're reviewing it for YouTube. So here you go, guys. You heard it firsthand for one of my neighbors. He said it sounds good.
Oh, yeah. So you're a DJ?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do weddings, corporate events, school dances, all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna get my wife's opinion on the MLS 1000 as she cooks my dinner. Thank you very much, honey. You're the best. So what do you think of the MLS 1000? It's actually over here behind us in our, what is that, our dining room?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we've had it in the dining room for a few days. We've been listening to Christmas music as we decorate the living room. What do you think of the sound quality?
It sounds good, but
But what?
but
There's
you
always a
can't
but.
get a very far away from it, and it sounds like like that.
So what is she's talking about is the Bluetooth, which I mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah.
When we went upstairs into the attic to try to get, more Christmas decorations, it was cutting out, going through the floor and the walls. But as soon as I would get away from that and it had like a line of sight, it would work fine. So
No, it did not work that good. I was standing in the living room from right there, and it was still doing it.
okay, well, I don't remember that part of it, but
I do.
I did a Bluetooth test earlier with my son, and I literally went 120 feet at least away behind Brandon's house, and it was still working.
Maybe it was having a brain fart.
So yeah, maybe so. Maybe it was a brain fart, but yeah. So Bluetooth, you don't like it that much.
No.
Now, how would you compare that speaker to the old Bluetooth speaker I had? Remember when we did fireworks outside?
Oh, that one was horrible too.
Yeah. So as far as sound quality goes, it's way
Sounds
better.
the same to me.
No, it's not the same. It's
Okay.
way better. She's not a DJ.
Sounds
And
the same.
and how do you think it looks visually as compared to my other DJ speakers?
Looks like a stick. It does. It looks fine.
I know. But I mean, do you think it looks cheap or do you think it looks
No.
like nice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So for a $500 speaker, I mean,
Pretty good.
right? That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
As long as you don't walk very far, you're good. If you gotta go far, I wouldn't suggest it.
By the way, guys, in case you didn't know, my wife is very blunt. She doesn't hold anything back.
Well,
And that's why I love her. So anyways, I'm going to let her finish cooking my dinner. And those are my wife's thoughts. All right. I thought it would be fun to read the reviews on the Guitar Center website for the MLS 1000. Have you ever seen those videos where celebrities read mean tweets about themselves? I kind of thought that would be like this. So let me know if you guys find this fun. If you think this is a fun segment on these review videos. So go to Guitar Center, look up the MLS 1000. Here you can see it's $499. Original price is $700, which I think even at $700, I think it's a good buy. It's a good value. As we scroll down, we see that the sell ends in 1 day and 7 hours. But don't worry, guys. This is like the second time I've seen this sale go live. It went to this price on President's Day, and then it's also this price now. It's pre-Black Friday, so I imagine when this one ends, probably then in a couple of weeks when it actually hits Black Friday, it'll probably go back down again. And around Christmas time, I'm sure it'll go down again. So you can find this for $499 quite often. And they even have, look here, an open box for $439. So that's such a great price. And I think open box is probably just fine. I don't know. But yeah, so let's scroll on down here. Let's look at our reviews. So we got 32 5-star reviews, 4 4-star, 1 3-star, 1 2-star, and 2 1-star. So We're going to scroll right down here. We're going to hit lowest rated. Number 1, No Way from Jimmy. Hey, that's what my friends and family called me growing up. My name is James. It's cheap and has that typical limiter build in. When you try and push a little more volume, it kicks in, sadly muffled and poor performance. That was one heck of a sentence, but so being muffled, I don't know what he's talking about. I never heard it muffled. You can see in the clips of the people dancing at the party I did, and I also did a cocktail hour on Friday night at a wedding with the speaker. It never sounded muffled. It never had poor performance, and it sounded fantastic. And like I said, I did a backyard party, 60th birthday party. There was about 50 to 60 guests, and I used one MLS 1000, and I used a Everse 8 as my monitor, and that was it. And they got down. They had a great time. I will show you the clips. Second one, The Middle Tier is All for Looks by Sean. Was shocked to learn no speakers in the middle tier or any option to forego this tier and just have a shorter setup with only the top tier. I'm not sure if that was English. I don't know what he's trying to say there. Maybe you guys can figure it out. Otherwise, too much treble. Turned highs all the way down on a line input and still piercing. I would recommend just going with the Harbinger 12-inch sub and an 8-inch main on a stick, and it should come out cheaper than this with roll-off frequency control. If this were half price, maybe worth it then. I owned one night, but took it back. So he's mad about the price. I'm guessing if he would have got it for $4.99, he'd probably be a lot happier. I don't think you can get a Harbinger 12-inch sub and an 8-inch main and a tripod for less than $700, which is the regular price of this. Maybe you could if you got like a $300 subwoofer and a $300 top speaker and then a tripod for $50. Maybe you save yourself about $50, but I'm telling you, the ease of use of this thing, this column, I mean, my son is only 12 years old. He picked up the subwoofer and carried it in the house, no problem. So if you want something that's not going to break your back and sounds great, I would suggest this thing all day long. Disappointed by Stephanie. We bought 2 of these. Finally had a small enough event to try these out. It was a real small place, maybe 50 people. Connected them and the music sounds horrible. Like be loud and go quiet. Like in and out. Adjusted the speakers. Still same thing. So we decided to take those down and put of EVs up. So I'm happy she has EV speakers. You can check out my other videos. I did a review on the EV ELX 200 15P. I broke it all down so you can see the inside of it, and we gave our thoughts on it. So yeah, EV makes great speakers. She bought 2 of these for 50 people. 2 of these could easily handle 50 people. I mean, I handled 50 people with 1 of them. With 2 of them, I think you could easily do 75 to 100 people, depending on how big the place was. Like I said, I was in a backyard in a tent. The lady had bought a tent, and the dance floor was maybe like 12 by 12 or maybe 16 by 16, something like that. And I just had one MLS 1000, and I had it cranking. Don't get me wrong. It was hitting the limiter, but I had it going for 4 hours all night and banging, and they were having a great time. They never once said... I actually had a couple of guests come up and say they couldn't believe that amount of sound was coming out of the speaker I had. So there you go. And then last but not least, good unit except the Bluetooth feature by David. Oh, this sounds like maybe my wife almost wrote this one. The Bluetooth feature will turn off every time you move out of range. Okay, well, we've tested that on video. It wasn't true. It will if you're going through walls or something, but if you're in direct line of sight, it will not turn off. Out of range, well, sure. Maybe if you're like 500 feet away. There isn't a hibernation mode that will allow you to pair once the initial connection is lost. I'm not sure what he means there. I did walk far enough away where it disconnected, and then when I walked back up, it did repair automatically. So maybe if you turn the speaker off and then turn it back on, it doesn't like pair up automatically. That might be what he means. Or if you turn your phone off, I'm not sure. But as far as the Bluetooth goes, yeah, it's not the best Bluetooth I've ever heard. There are a couple of speakers that I've seen in the past, and I've heard in the past that the Bluetooth works through walls. It will work like almost a football field away almost. I mean, there are some that I've seen before that are pretty incredible, and this one is not quite there, but it's much better than, like I said, the Maui 5 Go that I had previously. And I think the Bluetooth feature on this one is very acceptable. So there you go, guys. That was reading negative reviews. I thought that would be fun. Let me know if you like that segment in my future reviews, and I'll do that again. I'm sure we could find some funnier ones. So anyways, moving on. All right, well, there you have it. You've seen my wife's thoughts. You've seen my thoughts. My thoughts are the speaker's great. For $500, I think it's the best budget column array there is. Now, of course, I haven't heard all of them. I know ProRec has some cheap column arrays in the $200 to $300 range. I know Rockville has some Titan arrays that are around $500-600 that are supposed to be pretty powerful. And maybe one day they'll send me one. I don't know, but right now I'm just reviewing the speakers that I purchased because I guess my channel is not big enough to get sent stuff. So I am reaching out to these companies and seeing if they'll let me review stuff. It'd be cool just to review them, and I'll even send it back to them. It's not a big deal, but I think it's fun to do, and I just love this stuff. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit those comments down below. Let me know, what do you think about this speaker? Would you ever consider picking one up? Maybe for your ceremonies, maybe, you know, for smaller parties, maybe just for in your house. Like we were using it to listen to Christmas music, and it's a great sounding speaker. I showed you the insides, I showed you the column, the different directions. So yeah, check out my other reviews. I have reviews on an EV ELX 200. I have a review on the ProRec 15-inch speaker, and I'm gonna have plenty more reviews coming up. I got lots of speakers to review. So I hope you guys stick around for the channel, subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.